Hi, I'm Bhavin Turakhia. I'm the CEO of Directi, and it's a pleasure to be talking to you guys. I've always been a techie at heart. I started programming when I was in 6th grade. Back then we had these, green-colored monochrome terminals that used to run MS-DOS with GW Basic, no hard disk, 5 1/4 inch floppy drives, and for me it was love at first sight. Back in school, we had 12 computers in our lab, and we had 10, 11 students who were interested in computers. So I spent all my time, literally all my time, lunch breaks, short breaks, several hours after school every day, learning sort of advanced techniques in programming with BASIC. And so my love of computers sort of started then. And then in '94, when I passed out of my 10, the internet was already sort of making its sort of appearance in India in some sense. We used to sell these shell accounts and TCP/IP accounts back then, and I got hooked onto the internet, and I got hooked onto the potential of sort of building software products that had some sort of internet relevance. I dabbled around for about 2.5 years building products and starting up a bunch of stuff that didn't really work out, and then eventually started Directi in '97 and started sort of building another product in Directi which also didn't work out. And until late '98 is when I borrowed 25,000 rupees from dad, bought my first server in a company called Alabanza in the US, and started providing sort of back-end infrastructure as a service. So built all the technology, the Linux control panels, Windows control panels, monitoring solutions for Linux and Windows hosting, domain name control panels, etc. And started providing anybody who wanted to put up a website or a web application, providing them with the space, the monitoring tools, the traffic analysis tools, the website management control panels, etc. and in general hosting and domains. And even dedicated servers back then. So that's how I started out, and made enough money in my first month to pay for the next quarter of services, and then just kept growing from there to where we are today. Directi as a group we focus on what we call three business verticals. First business vertical is the infrastructure as a service and platform as a service vertical, where we provide web hosting, cloud servers, dedicated servers, domain names, solutions that anybody needs to set up an online web presence, either for their company or for particular software they want to sort of set up as a service, or for their website, or so on and so forth, or for email and things like that. Second vertical is into contextual advertising. So we basically provide solutions for online advertising for publishers. So if you've got a website and you want to showcase ads on that website and make revenue, our technology will figure out the best ads to display on your website, maximize your revenue potential, and also supply you with those ads. So we actually source inventory from Yahoo, Bing, various other sources, and then we publish them on your website and make more money than potentially Google AdSense or other sort of alternatives that exist out there in the market because of some secret sauce that we have. So that's the contextual advertising business. Third business vertical that we're right now in sort of an early alpha stage is in the real-time communication space, which is a business called Talk.to. And there we're trying to building essentially single application, single software for all your real-time communication needs, 100% of your contacts and conversations in one application. So in the web presence or the infrastructure service vertical, we have BigRock.com, which is a direct-to-customer play. We have ResellerClub and LogicBoxes, which are both sort of B2B. So we provide all these products and services to resellers who then resell them to the end customer. And then we have Radix, which is our sort of online sort of top-level domain registry business. So we're applying for, ICANN recently announced, so launched, anybody can apply for a top-level domain name like .movie or .hotel, and then sell domains within that top-level domain. So that's a new business that we set up, and I can separately give you more details. And then again, in the contextual advertising space, we run media.net, Skenzo, and domainadvertising.com. So a couple of different businesses, but primarily three focus areas, which is IaaS, contextual advertising, and real-time communication. We basically haven't done a recent valuation exercise, but we currently quote that the group as a whole is valued at close to about $350 million. So top three would be ResellerClub, Skenzo, and then potentially media.net. 80% of our business comes from outside India. India is sort of our operational headquarters, but 80% of our business actually comes from outside India. Directi as a whole, I think we've continuously seen a compounded annual growth rate of high double digits, upwards of 30%. Some of the businesses are growing at 70-80% on a year by year basis. Some of the others, the more established ones, will be growing at about 20-25% or so. But we've constantly seen high double digit compounded annual growth rates, both in terms of revenue, in terms of number of employees and people, and profitability, etc. BigRock right now, I think we do 25,000 to 30,000 domains a month. Okay. We've sold lakhs and lakhs of domain names till now in just 1 year of operations. If you look at Directi as a whole, because we operate ResellerClub, LogicBoxes and BigRock, okay, we have about 6.5 million domain names that we power, and we add about I think close to 2.5 lakh new domain names every month or higher that we register on the platform. Just to give you some numbers, we serve close to about 24 billion ad impressions every year. Okay. We've served over 19 million websites. At any point in time, we're powering advertising solutions on close to 4 to 8 million sites. We serve double-digit number of Alexa top 100 websites across the world. Today you want to chat with one of your friends, right? You don't know which network is going to be available on right now. You probably try and see, okay, if can I go online on facebook.com on my desktop? Okay, he's not there. Maybe I should check my mobile and check if he's available on Gtalk, or send him an SMS, or look him up on WhatsApp. There's so many networks, so many choices, and there's really no one unified way to be able to reach your buddies and reach your contacts. And so Talk.to is trying to solve this problem where you don't have to bother about how the communication is going to take place. You just figure out who you want to talk to, and we'll figure out how the message needs to reach that particular individual. Directi has always been a debt-free, bootstrapped, investment-free organization. We do have some divestment in one of our businesses purely for strategic reasons, but otherwise we've never really gone out there and looked at external investors. There are some capital-intensive projects that we're pursuing where we might sort of go out there and where we are actually actively going out there and talking to the community about potential capital infusion in some parts of our business, some new ventures that we recently announced. But otherwise, we're a healthy company. We've been profitable. We've never really needed a significant amount of investment for growth. In 2008, we did a minority divestment in the contextual advertising business. So a group by the name of Ashmore Group, based out of UK, they bought a minority stake in that particular business, primarily for strategic reasons. And right now, as I told you, that we launched this new venture about 6 months ago called Radix, which basically has applied for a lot of top-level domains in the ICANN new GTLD round. So there's going to be an auction for those top-level domains sometime next year. So for the purpose of that auction, we'll be looking at raising some funds for that as an independent entity. We're not sort of out there quoting numbers, but the rough range could end up being anywhere between $50 to $100 million for that particular project. If you ask me for any one piece of advice that I think is very important and crucial, I think it's hiring right. As an entrepreneur, you need to try and make sure that you hire the best team. And by that I mean fitment with regards to kind of product or kind of service that you're providing, but take extra pains and extra effort in trying to make sure that you get in the best people that are suited for the kind of goal and vision that you have. I think that's probably the biggest success mantra that I can talk about. Sure, we have I think we're close to about 1,000 people now. In India we have offices in Mumbai, Bangalore and Delhi. Outside India, we have offices in Austin, Xiamen, which is in China, and UAE. We're setting up offices in New York, San Francisco, UK, Germany, etc. Over the next year and a half, we'll potentially have offices in these locations, and some of our existing international offices will be expanding also in that same duration. Eventually, yes, every company will, end up sort of getting there in some form or the other, both for sort of employees and investors, etc. But otherwise, there's no categorical need or immediate near-term requirement to go public.